everyone, it's Diabetic Danica, and today I'm gonna be talking about showing your diabetes devices, sort of. So we all know the weather is starting to heat up. It's May, so we're kind of moving into spring here. And that means that most people, I feel like, will be wearing, tank tops, shorts, things like that. And the more skin you're showing, the more likely that maybe some of your diabetes devices will show. And I'm talking about insulin pump infusion sets and CGM sensors. So I just kind of wanted to talk about my thoughts on letting these show versus not letting them show. So I would say most of the time I'm more in the team of kind of hiding devices and hiding sensors and infusion sets. And it's not because I'm really like ashamed of it or anything. It's more just to reduce the amount of questions I get as I'm just going about my day. And so I'll admit, in the winter, I will use more arm sights than in the summer usually, because I'm wearing long sleeves and sweaters and everything's covered. But lately I've been wearing quite a few infusion sets on my arms actually, and wearing tank tops and short sleeves with it, and not really caring, which I think is also a really good thing. Like at first, after I'd put it in my arm and then I realized the weather was gonna be super nice, I was kind of like, oh dang, like I don't really love to show off my infusion sets, but at the same time, it didn't bother me so much that I didn't wear a tank top. Like I still wore what I was gonna wear regardless of the fact that my infusion set was showing. And I also feel like I dwelled on it less. Like I used to, if it was showing kind of in the back of my mind, think about that and like try to notice if people were staring at it. But this time, I just didn't really think about it, which I feel like is a good thing. Also, that's how you can tell who your really, really close friends are, because I wore it on my arm multiple days with every single day I was wearing a tank top, and the people I was with never once made a comment about it. And it wouldn't have been bad if they did. If they wanted to ask me a question or just, I don't know, talk about it, that would have been fine. But the fact that they didn't feel the need to do that made me really happy actually. Like we are so close that the fact that I wear an insulin pump is normal to them. It's something they don't have to ask questions about because they already know all about it. And it's something that they're comfortable with, at least so much so that they don't feel the need to bring it up. Now, did they notice it on my arm? 100% yes. I am fully confident that they saw it. And who wouldn't notice something like that on somebody's arm? But they didn't ask me any questions about it. They didn't even bring it up at all. And I just think that's really cool when you're close enough to people that they just accept that part of you and it's not a big deal. But of course, people that I don't know as well will ask questions about it. Like my coworker saw it on my arm and she's like, wait a minute, is that always right there? And I was like, no, like I move it around. So obviously that's gonna happen too when it's visible. And that's fine, honestly. Just sometimes, since I have this every day of my life, I don't feel like answering questions about it, but sometimes I totally do, and it's cool to talk about it with people and educate them, and then maybe we'll get to the point where we are close enough friends that they don't bring it up at all because it's just accepted as part of me. Plus, if you wear it loud and proud, there's always more of a chance that another diabetic will see you and notice that, and then you could make a new diabuddy, so that would be awesome. That happened to me at work a few times when I was shadowing in different units of the hospital, or not shadowing, but precepting. People that were diabetic would be like, oh hey, I'm diabetic too. So that was pretty cool. So I am glad that I'm becoming more and more comfortable with letting those things show. But I don't think it's bad either if you kind of want to conceal it because you don't want questions or you just don't want to look different. Like, I think that's totally valid, and there's tons of easy ways to hide it too. As long as you're not hiding when you need help or like that you might need some medical assistance, then I think it's totally fine. So anyway, I want to hear from you. What do you do? Do you like to let things show, like your pump, infusion sets, CGMs, or do you kind of keep it on the DL on your body just to kind of like blend in? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time for an all-new video. And of course, I feel like I always have to show Ampers at the end because she's so darn cute. This little peanut is 8 months old now. Are you 8 months old? Ampers. She's been protecting me today. Bye. No Ampers, no bark. Come here. Did Did they notice it on my arm? Ampers, come here! Ampers is trying to protect me. Ampers, come here. She hears a siren, I think. Do you hear that? Ampers! Did they notice it on my arm? 100% yes. I am fully confident that they... Ampers, come here! Did they notice it on my arm? 100% yes. I'm fully confident that they saw it on my arm. They probably noticed it was different. Ampers, come here! Pause.